Surprise! And welcome to the credits video for Let's Play Halo Anniversary. I'm BurningDogFace, and I really did mean what I said yesterday about, leaving this, but the more I thought about it after I finished recording, the more I realized it isn't just a dick move not to credit the people who made a game. It feels wrong. Look at this, all these names. I'm not even sure whether these guys were from Bungie or 343, but... oh, they don't list who they played. I know Tim Dadabo played 343 Guilty Spark, Steve Downs played the Master Chief, and Jen Taylor played Cortana. I'm not sure of the others. I think David Scully was Sergeant Johnson. But don't quote me on that one. So what we're actually looking at here is a recording of the original credits from the 360 version of Halo Anniversary. But yeah, like 20 years ago, Bungie worked really hard to make Halo a reality. And, you know, as much fun as it is to dump on the studio owned by Microsoft, let's face it, 10 years ago, 343 put a lot of effort into the remastering, too. I mean, yeah, it was a bit hit or miss, but that doesn't mean they don't deserve credit for their hard work. Besides, what I realized only after the fact that I was so thrown off by there not being credits that I forgot to address two of the things I find most important about my finale videos. The first one is recommendations. I suppose it probably won't come as a surprise to hear that I do recommend that you play this game. You know, whatever version you're looking at, whether it's, you know, the original Halo on the OG Xbox, or Halo Anniversary on the 360. You know, if you're talking about the Xbone or PC versions of the Master Chief Collection. I didn't know there was any mocap in this. Yeah, the original credits for Halo Combat Evolved only lasted about 3 minutes. You might want to settle in, because these are going to run for 17 minutes in total. Which means I even have time to tell you why. But first, yeah, I really enjoyed this game. You know, I'm pretty sure it's my favorite game in the franchise, but I do have to say, I'm aware it's not the best game in the franchise. You know, I don't think it has the strongest story, and I think, you know, later games make the controls much smoother. But, this is the one that I always remember most fondly. You know, I realized just this morning that it reminds me of the way some people talk about, Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. You know, Warrior Within has, much better combat, but people remember Sands of Time much more affectionately. And part of that was the tone, but a big part of that was, the fact that it was first. It did something totally different at the time, and that's what Halo was. This was unlike anything I had seen at the time. This was the first game I ever played that used the, well, you know, the control scheme that has now become absolutely standard on first and third-person shooters. Left stick moves, right stick aims. I had real trouble wrapping my head around that at first, to be honest. I don't believe it was the first one to do that. It was the first one I'd played. Huh. I wonder who voiced the Proto-Gravemind. I also wonder why the Anniversary version put all those hook things on the underside of Halo. I mean, it looks cool. I'm just curious. Yes, the... I don't know what it is about this game. I really enjoy just this enormous sandbox they throw you into. I mean, I know I tend to over-rely on the assault rifle, but, it is really useful in a lot of situations. You're just trying out all these different guns. I mean, I really appreciate that in this playthrough I finally got an appreciation for the Needler in Halo 1. And, I mean, the controls are a bit floaty, and of course the vehicles fishtail all over the fucking place, but, I mean, it is a non-standard control scheme, and I had to respect that. Like, just everything they tried to do was just so revolutionary at the time. I mean, consider the fact that they would have been considered, you know, bold and, well, revolutionary if they had just done the 2-weapon limit, or if they had just introduced regenerating health as a thing. They did both. Which required completely reimagining the way you look at video game health, and completely reimagining the way you look at your arsenal. Like I said at the beginning of the game, it meant that they couldn't make any of the guns shitty. You know, there was no throwaway slot like the pistol from Doom. I had one note here, yes. Shout out to Derek Floyd, who left this comment on the subject of the shotgun. Sure, the kachak sounds cool, but it only happens when you rack the slide and cycle the action. Hearing it on the draw means that the Chief is racking the shotgun every time he brings it up. This means either A, he's somehow putting it away with an empty chamber, or B, he would be throwing away a live shell every time. The pistol has the same issue, but that could be interpreted as the Chief just doing a brass check, pulling the slide just far enough to see the round in the chamber. Oh, is this where it gets silly? Yeah, here's where it gets silly. Halo Reach. So, context, in 2011, when the Anniversary version came out, it was 1 year since Halo Reach had come out, and well, nobody wanted to split the multiplayer audience. So, when they originally released the Anniversary version, it didn't have the Halo 1 multiplayer in it. That was only added in the Master Chief Collection. Originally, what they did for multiplayer was they released a DLC pack of maps. Yeah, map pack. I think they just called it the Anniversary map pack. So it was a bunch of maps for Halo Reach that were remastered versions of Halo 1 maps. And I believe if you got Anniversary, you got the map pack for free, and in fact you could play Halo Reach multiplayer on just those maps through the Anniversary disc, which is kind of cool. However, it does mean that they decided in their infinite wisdom to include the entire credit roll from Halo Reach in the Anniversary credits. Like, that just credited a song from Halo 2. They sure as hell didn't put that in this version. The rest of Bungie. really like the monster designs. Like, the different species of the Covenant all look so different, yet somehow they fit together as a group. I don't know if it's just because they're all wearing, like, similar colors or what, but... I mean, it kind of spoils the illusion when you know that all the elite lines are just Sarge's lines reversed, but, and run through, like, a voice modulator. But I still like the impression it gives of, like, the elites just marching around barking orders in this alien language. Zva! Hobadao! You know? And it's like, well, that sounds like something they could be saying. And they often do that while, like, gesturing. Like, go over there and try to flank around him, you know? Which just makes the fact that the grunts speak English in their high-pitched voices much, much funnier. Like, the music is amazing. I don't think I needed to explain that. Oh yes, the voice cast from Halo Reach. None of these people were involved in anything we saw just now. Bernie Burns. He's from Achievement Hunter. Or, Rooster Teeth, more specifically, but, I think he was one of the creative minds behind Red vs. Blue. I never finished that. It was one of those things where I caught up with wherever it was at the time, and then didn't come back to it. God, I love that theme. It's just a weird mixture of, music bits from around the world, and somehow it all comes together really well. But yes, as I said before, I absolutely recommend this game unless you despise first-person shooters. Whatever version of the game you get your hands on, you're probably going to have a good time with it. And if you do follow up on this, tell the chief I said hi. The music keeps stopping and starting over because it's so much longer than it used to be. Look at that, they copyright all the middleware stuff they did. Yeah, none of that was involved in this, per se. Oh, right. Yeah. Since it's based on the PC version, I guess they're including the credits from the PC version from 2003. Which was ported by Gearbox Software. The people who would go on to do Borderlands quite successfully, and Duke Nukem Forever quite unsuccessfully. Although, speaking of which, it really is remarkable when you consider that Halo 1 came out, what was it, 4 years after Duke Nukem 3D and Quake 2? If you go back and look at Quake 2, you really realize what a jump they made. I mean, I did a Let's Play of it, and goddamn. And the writing was great, which is not something I was used to from shooters at the time. I mean, okay, I'm, not a fan of how the original, the starting just kind of throws you into the deep end because the story is in the manual. But, man alive. Learning about the secrets of Halo, exploring these mysterious ruins. And then the fucking Flood reveal. My God! I really love that even though, the cat's out of the bag, they still sort of maintain that mystery about the Flood, because I'm pretty sure, to the best of my knowledge, none of the Halo games that feature the Flood ever showed them in the pre-release trailer. Zuh. Recon testers. I guess these would be the QA guys who got the Recon helmet in Reach. I don't know if it was this, I can't say for sure whether it was that way in Reach, but I know in Halo 3 there was actually no way to unlock the Recon helmet. The only way to get it was for Bungie to specifically unlock it for you, which meant you had to impress them somehow by making a really good map in Forge mode, or your own game type, or just being like a really helpful person on the official forums or something. Jump cut. Oh, right. Derp. I even told you guys about this. I can't remember if there's supposed to be sound or not, to be honest. Okay. The other major thing that I forgot to do in the other video, and I was really kicking myself for this, is that I didn't properly thank my friend Spartan Demon for gifting me the Master Chief Collection. I have had an absolutely fantastic time going through this. Being able to share this game with you guys. And, I gotta say, it's been an honor serving with you Burning Dog fans. So thank you, Spartan Demon. I've had a great time. I can't wait to come back for Halo 2 Anniversary. And I really hope you've enjoyed this series, because it's been dedicated to you. Yeah, that feels better. So with that being said... Oh, fuck! I forgot a thing. I discovered a thing just today. I was looking at my old... I have this copy of Halo from the Xbox sitting on my desk. I was poking through the manual today. And, I discovered something new. For the first time. Yeah, here it is. I'm looking at the weapons page, and at the top there's a section that just says, Melee Fighting. Melee fighting involves the use of the weapon in your hands as a blunt instrument to ward off attackers. This is handy when the enemy is in close, or when you're out of ammo and you want to keep dishing out the pain. Your ability to fight in melee mode varies from weapon to weapon, so experiment to find the best weapon for the situation. To use melee fighting, press the B button. But, I mentioned this because I didn't know that the weapons did different amounts of melee damage. I mean, I always thought that the animation for the Needler took longer than the other weapons, but I just assumed that was all in my head. I guess that one really must do more damage because of all the spikes on the top. You know, I also had the same thought about the rocket launcher, because he has, there's a part of that animation where he specifically takes a second to readjust his grip before you can do anything. I just thought that was neat and wanted to share it with you guys. And hey, at least I'll know for Halo 2, right? So, I'm BurningDogFace, and on behalf of myself, the Master Chief, Cortana, Sergeant Johnson, and the late Captain Keyes and Foehammer, I thank you for joining me for Let's Play Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. I hope you've enjoyed coming with me on this journey. I hope you'll join me again when we continue this saga. And I hope you'll join me for whatever my next Let's Play series is. Until then, have yourselves another great day, Burning Dog fans. Later!